A teenage boy is behind bars after fatally shooting 2 people and injuring another. At around 8:20 p.m. on Tuesday the 29th of August, authorities responded to a residence at 1141 Poppy Avenue in Orlando, Florida on reports of a drive-by shooting. A 6-year-old girl was shot while inside a living room and was later declared deceased by medical staff. The child's mother was also shot and sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators said that a man who was also shot was dropped off at Health Central Emergency Room in Ocoee and was later pronounced dead. The deceased victims have been identified as 6-year-old Ajalia Hashem and 19-year-old Isaiah Wright. Evidence markers at the scene indicated that dozens of shots were fired. Police said they believe the 6-year-old and the mother were not the intended targets. On the 2nd of September, 15-year-old Nico Brown was arrested and faces homicide charges and is held at the Orange County Jail without bond. The investigation into the matter continues. 54-year-old Corey Ray Valley is behind bars for fatally shooting his wife inside their home. At 11:23 p.m. on Friday the 1st of September, authorities responded to a home at 820 Moorhen Way in Crestview, Florida in reference to a person down. Police said they received a call from a woman who said her son called, telling her he shot and killed his wife. When officers arrived at the scene, they made contact with Corey and found the body of his wife Cristovelli Marino inside the home, and Corey was arrested. During the course of the investigation, it was discovered that Corey contacted his mother at around 2 p.m. by telephone and advised he was calling an ambulance after he shot Krista. It wasn't until 11:23 p.m. that Corey's mother discovered that Corey had not contacted the ambulance or notified law enforcement, at which time she notified the Crestview Police Department. Corey is charged with first-degree capital murder and tampering or destroying evidence. He's held at the Okaloosa County Jail without bond. The motive of the attack and the events leading up to the shooting are unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues. 16-year-old Nathan Mays is behind bars for fatally shooting 18-year-old Jalen Poturalski. At around 10:40 a.m. on Saturday the 2nd of September, authorities responded to the 200 block of Langdon Street in Toledo, Ohio on report of a large street fight in progress. When first responders arrived, they found Jalen near her home in a critical condition with a gunshot wound to her chest. Medics transported her to St. Vincent Hospital, where she was pronounced dead at 11:26 a.m. Police said a neighbourhood dispute turned into a fight, and at some point a gun was pulled. It's unclear what the dispute was about. Nathan, who remained on scene, was identified as a suspect in the shooting and he was arrested. He was booked into the Lucas County Juvenile Justice Center and charged with Jalen's murder. The investigation into the matter continues. 24-year-old Marcus Rodriguez is behind bars for fatally shooting his long-term friend 24-year-old Vicente Arvizo during an altercation. The incident occurred at just after 10 p.m. on the 1st of September at Marcus's apartment at 12801 Copper Avenue Northeast in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Police said the pair were drinking and Marcos pulled out a gun after the two started arguing. Both men and their girlfriend spent the day out with family members socializing and drinking and went back to Marcus's apartment for more drinks. Marcus, who was attending barber school, even gave Vicente a haircut. In an interview with detectives, the girlfriends gave different stories about who instigated the confrontation inside the apartment, but both reportedly said Marcos eventually produced a handgun and shot Vicente, killing him. Marcos told investigators that he feared for his life and the lives of his family. His girlfriend told detectives that Vicente was getting physical with both women and approached Marcos with his fists clenched. She claimed Marcos shot Vicente in self-defense. Marcos also reportedly told police who first responded to the scene, "I did it. He made me do it, and I did not have a choice." Vicente's girlfriend said that just prior to Marcos firing his gun, he told Vicente, "I'll shoot you, bitch, and I'll get away with it. It'll be self-defense." Police said that Vicente was not armed, and they located his body shortly thereafter. Marcos was arrested and charged with an open count of murder and tampering with evidence. The investigation into the matter continues.